let's go ahead and march. And press. So we're going to get a little warm up, a little bit of a stretch. Then we'll stand up and do some cardio for a few minutes. And then we'll come back and do some hand weights. 4, 3, 2. All right, let's do alternating heel touch with the hand press across. Diagonal press. Good. A little bit higher reach, stretch up. 4, 3, 2. Now take out the heel press and just reach across. Just reach, 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 reach. 4, 3, 2. Come back to center. Both hands forward this time. A little bit higher with some kicks to the front. Low kick to the front. Doesn't have to be real high yet. We're still in that warm up. Make sure you're sitting up tall. Lengthening your spine. Good posture. Make sure you're breathing. Relax the shoulders down. And of course, modify or stop for water if you need to. 2 more. All right, little knee lift with the elbow across. So again, just keeping them small, still in your warm up. Lift, lift. Keep breathing through it. Last 2. All right, come back to center. We're going to do some toe taps. I know that you can't see my feet, but little toe taps. And heel taps. Let's do the toe taps again. And heel taps again. All right, go ahead and relax the arms down to the sides. Let's move side to side. Nice and loose, relaxing those shoulders down. 4, 3, 2, come back to center and shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. Let them drop all the way down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more times. Shrug and release. Good. Last one. Press all the way down as you release. Good. All right. Go ahead and reach up. Lengthen your back. Lift up, stretch up. You're going to lean to the side. And lean to the other side. Come back to center. Take a hold of your elbows and just go to a comfortable stretch for your shoulders. And then release that all the way out and shoulder roll front to back. All right. Go ahead and relax those shoulders down. You're going to move to the front of the chair. We're going to start with a hamstring. Sorry, I can't move far enough back for you to see all the way down, but you're going to go ahead and reach down towards your toes. If you can reach your toes, lift them up towards your knee. Go ahead and bend the knee a little bit if you need to. And just slowly lean forward into your stretch. Good. Release. Come back up. Other side. Toes up. And again, see if you can reach to your toes. Just go as far as you can. Option to bend the knee. Totally fine. And release. All right. Let's do one more great stretch. Great big stretch up. Lengthen the spine. And open out. All right. Shake out the arms. Shake out the legs. Go ahead and come up to standing. I'm going to move my chair off to the side for right now, but feel free to keep it there if you feel like you would like to have it. Move my camera up a little bit for the cardio. All right, if you would like to still have the chair there for support, if you feel like you need it for balance, go ahead and leave it there. Otherwise, just put it off to the side. We'll come back to it when we do the weights. Go ahead and march it out. So we're just going to do a few minutes of cardio here. Let me get back as far as I can. All right. It's a small office. Okay, we're going to start with the heel touch forward with the alternating hand. Just like we were doing in the chair, heel touch forward with the alternating hand. Reach across, diagonal turn there. Reach, reach, reach. Remember to keep breathing evenly through the whole thing. All right, a little bit bigger now. We've got a kick. So again, that diagonal reach across. But we've got to kick a little bit higher now. We are now into the cardio. Just do as much as you can with it. Good. Now, going into that knee lift, this time a little bit higher than what we were doing in the warm-up. You can take the press out across, and we're just going to do a rotate, bringing the opposite elbow towards the knee. Lift, lift, lift. Last 8. 4, 3, 2. All right, go ahead and walk for a moment, just arms up and down. Big inhale, big exhale, catch your breath a little bit here. All right, good job. Go ahead and march out wide. We're gonna do a little step tap next, side to side. Add a little bit of rotation in there as well. Working on that waistline. 4 more. 3. Now double side step. 2 and switch. 2 and switch. 2 each side. Now a little bit bigger arms. Increase the heart rate with that bigger movement. Good. Last 4. Last time. And march for a moment. All right, catch your breath. Again, arms up and down. Next up, we've got a little V step here. Starting this side. Up, back, 2 claps. Up and back. Up and back. Good. Big stretch out. Big reach out. Wide and narrow. Wide and narrow. Last 2. Good job. All right, right here, low impact jump rope. So you're going to keep the toes down. Just lift those heels. Last 8. 4, 3, 2. All right, let's walk for a moment. Catch your breath. We're going to do the same thing, going through on the other side. If you need a moment to take a break, go ahead and do that. If you need to grab some water, go ahead and do that. We're going to go back to that heel tap forward. Good. Big stretch across. Add the rotation in there. A little bit bigger reach across. Now make it that low kick forward. Both hands pressing to the front. Now, if you can, bring it a little bit higher. If you want to challenge yourself, go ahead and bring that a little bit higher, and even the hands up a little bit higher also. Good. Last 4, 3, 2. Now your knee lift with the rotation. So this one, we're going to bring the opposite elbow across. Rotate. Again, if you want to challenge yourself, lifting the knee a little bit higher. Final 8. Last 4, 3, 2. Great job. Walk in place. Let's catch our breath. Arms up and down. Big inhale, big exhale. 1 more. All right, go ahead and march out wide. We're going to do that single step tap first, side to side. Add that rotation back in there. Bonus waistline workout, side to side. Last 4 like that. Now going into those doubles. 2, up and over, up and over. Now make that arm movement even bigger, all the way up and over. Nice, last 4, 3, 2. Good, go ahead and walk in place. All right, catch your breath here, arms up and down so the heart rate doesn't drop all the way back down. And make sure you're breathing, big inhale, big exhale. All right, going for that V step this side, up and back, 2 claps. Up, up, back, back. Big reach, stretch out. Nice. Last 8. Final 4, 3, 2, and low impact jump rope right here. So just lifting those heels. You're going to keep those toes down. We're going to keep it low impact. You're still getting the benefit of that jump rope. Breathe through it. Almost done. 4, 3, 2, and walk in place. All right, let's get you cool down a little bit before we come back down to seated. So go ahead and march here for a moment and just roll those shoulders front to back. Big circles. Start bringing that heart rate down a little bit. All right, so we're going to travel a little bit forward and back. If you're standing, you can do that. If you're seated, go ahead and just do a small march in place so that we get the heart rate back down. If you're standing, we're just going to walk up and tap, back and tap. So we're going to keep it very small now. We're not trying to get the heart rate back up. If you're seated, just go ahead and march in place lightly. Good. So it's 3 steps up and tap front, 3 steps back and tap rear if you're doing the standing variation of it. And hold the march right here. Switching sides if you're doing the standing variation. Walk, 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 front, walk, 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 rear. Again, if you're seated, just go ahead and keep walking. We're just going to take you gradually into your cool down. A couple more times here. All right, very good. Everybody is just right there in place with the march, seated or standing. And walk the feet out wide. Go ahead and just relax those arms down. Wide march and narrow march. One more time. Wide march and narrow march. All right, before we come all the way back down, go ahead and just do your side-to-side rotation again. Nice and loose. Come back to center. All right, shake out your arms, shake out your legs. If you put your chair off to the side, go ahead and grab that chair again. Make sure you have a nice sturdy chair that's not going to go anywhere on you. I'm going to adjust my camera again. Hopefully you can see. Enough, that looks pretty good. All right, so please make sure that you're hydrating. Grab some water. If you haven't grabbed water in a couple minutes, go ahead and hydrate. I'll give you a time for a quick break there. Very important to stay hydrated. And when you're ready, go ahead and grab those hand weights. So whatever weight you would normally use, whatever you have, if you just have like soup cans, you can use that. Water bottles, whatever you have. If you have regular dumbbells, use those. Whatever you've got available to you. All right, I know Justin's been really good about bringing supplies to people, bringing equipment to people. So hopefully you have some good stuff to work with. All right, so make sure that you've got a nice sturdy chair there. It's not going to move on you at all. And I'm going to have you move to the front half of your chair. So we're going to do some chest, shoulders, arms, and abs. So you're going to start by sitting all the way up, pulling the belly button in so that you're starting to engage those abs. Bring your weights up to shoulder height. We're going to start with a lean back and a press forward. Lean back. This is the abdominal part. And a press forward. Now, as you lean back, just go to that point that you feel those abs start working there. Good. Try not to shrug the shoulders up. You can even press a little bit lower if you're finding that to be a problem. Or if your shoulders just are starting to get really fatigued, you can always go a little bit lower. Modify it anytime that you need to. Last one like this. All right, good. Go ahead and take a break there for a second. And then on our next set, we're going to do a diagonal single press across. So we're going to start in the same position, The back's lengthened, the abs are pulled in. We're gonna start here, but this time we're gonna do the lean back at center. Then as you come up, press across, lean back, and the other side. Lean back, diagonal press. Again, shoulder height or a little higher, a little lower, it's up to you. How your shoulders are feeling, how the challenge is feeling. Make sure that you're staying in pain-free range of motion always. We don't want actual pain, we just want to work the muscles. Good. Last one. Nice job. All right, take a little break there, catch your breath. Oh, my dachshund's here, but I don't think you can see him. Hey, Tater Tot. You go, boy. Okay, mommy's got to keep working. All right, so you're still at the front half of your chair. We're going to do some upper back rows and then a lower back extension. So we're going to do those two things together. So you've got both of your weights here, palms facing in. Lean halfway forward, just that natural curvature of the back. Row, lean back, forward, and release. Row, lean back, forward, and release. So as you row, shoulder blades together, elbows coming up. Then think about using that lower back to lean back. And we have one more just like that. Row, lean back, forward. Now we're going to hold just that row position here. So shoulder blades coming together, elbows coming up toward the ceiling. Make sure that you're relaxing your neck and your jaw. Now turn those palms to the rear. So we're going to go out a little bit wider here. Work on those lats a little bit. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job from here. Turn those palms in. We're going to go right into our tricep extensions from this position. So this time we're stabilizing the shoulders and just extending all the way out at the elbows. Make sure you go to full extension. That's where you're going to feel those triceps working. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, good. Go ahead and take a little break there. Catch your breath. Big inhale, big exhale. All right, so I will give you a lower body option on the next one, or if you prefer, you can stay with just the upper body option. So we're going to start with a shoulder press. Weights are right over your shoulders. Again, spine is lengthened. Abs are in. Come all the way up overhead, and then come back down just so that your upper arms are parallel. All the way up, extending, bring the weights together. Now option to come all the way up out of your chair and back down. If you want to add that lower body, then you're adding that sit down, stand up from the chair. If you're doing the standing, as you come up, squeeze those glutes. Good, make sure you're breathing through it. Try to keep your weight even between both legs if you possibly can, not shifting over to one side. Nice, last 3, and 2, and 1. Excellent. All right, go ahead and take a little break there. Let your arms relax, catch your breath. All right, so we're still going to be at the front of the seat again for our next one. We're going to do some bicep curls here. So you're still sitting up tall. Tuck those elbows in. We're going to start with the palms up as you lift, palms in as you lower. Now, the reason that we're sitting at the front of the chair is we're going to do a little lean back and hold here this time. So you're letting those abdominals work, and then we're also going to add an alternating knee lift to it. So you're using your abdominals to lift the leg. If that's a little bit too much, just do the bicep part. It's totally fine. One more like that. All right, take a little break. We're going to reverse the bicep curls and do them the other way and do a second set. So make sure that you're still sitting tall, abdominals engaged. This time, palms in as you lift and palms up as you lower. Palms in as you lift, palms up as you lower. Now lean back a little bit. Let those abdominals start to engage. And then add that alternating knee lift again.
We've got a lot going on here, but if you can, try to visualize using your abdominals to lift your leg. All right, 4 to go, almost there. 3, 2, and 1. All right, great job. Go ahead and take a little break there. We're going to move all the way back in the chair now. Catch your breath, big inhale, big exhale, and when you're ready, both weights are going to be on this leg. Make sure that they're above the knee joint. If this is a little bit too much, you've got some heavier weights there, using just one is fine too. So we're going to do some quadricep lifts, and we're going to do some outer thigh work here. So starting with those quadricep lifts, you're going to extend the leg, and remember that we're flexing the muscle right there on the top of the thigh. Take out any swinging or momentum. Nice and steady tempo. Lift, lift, good. Think about squeezing that muscle in the top of the leg, that mind muscle connection. Now take it even slower. So 2 count lift, 2 count lower. It's going to be more challenging. 2 count lift, 2 count lower. Good. 2 count lift, 2 count lower. One more time. Great job. All right, go ahead and bend the knee. So what's going to be down flat on the floor. Weights are still above your knee. This time we're doing the knee lift, tap out and tap in. So go as wide as you can without having to scoot around in your chair. Out, in. So you're working on the outer part of the glute, the stabilizer muscles, outer thigh. That lift and tap out. You start to feel a little burn there. Last one. All right, go ahead and switch to the other side. Again, make sure that your weight or weights are above your knee joints. We're not putting any pressure there. And we'll go back to that quadricep lift. So try to use the quadricep itself. You're going to get a little hip flexor, which is the muscle right here above the quadricep. You're going to get a little bit of that, but we want to do as much focus as we can on the quadricep muscle. And just let those hip flexors assist. So nice steady tempo here for the first part. Lift, lower, a couple more just like that. All right, then again, we're going to slow it down. So 2 count lift, 2 count lower. So we're just making it even harder. 2 count lift, 2 count lower. Good, just 2 more times. Lift, lower, final one. Good, all right. Go ahead and bend that knee. We're going to switch to the tap out, tap in. So it's a lift and tap out as wide as you can go without having to slide around in the chair. So everybody's flexibility, range of motion is going to be a little bit different. Make sure you're still breathing. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, great job. I'm going to have you put your weights aside. We're going to stand up and come behind our chair here for just a moment to do some balance and some glute and hamstring work. So you're going to use your chair for support. Go ahead and keep that. Go a little bit higher here. Okay. All right, so you're going to start by putting one foot right here in the center of your chair. The other leg is going to extend back behind you at about a 45-degree angle. So it's not straight back behind you, but it's not out to the side either. It's halfway between those two. So about 45 degrees. Let me turn so you can see a little bit more. So we're going for right here, lift out about 45 degrees. So not directly back and not directly out to the side. Now you want to focus on these stabilizers, these glute medius muscles here. Those are going to help you stabilize when you're on one foot. They're very important to help you with your balance. Now, speaking of balance, if you're doing great, go ahead and let go of your chair. Challenge yourself, or even just put one finger on your chair. If you feel you need that for support, go ahead and do that. Last one. All right, good. Let's switch to the other side. The same thing, one foot in the center behind your chair. Shift your weight over to that leg. I'm just going to turn so you can see a little bit better here. And again, we're going for that 45-degree angle. So A little bit less glute maximus on this one, a little bit more glute medius on this one. Make sure it gets some attention there. Up about 45 degrees behind you. Keep that torso up nice and tall. Keep breathing through it. Last 4, almost there. 3, 2, and 1. All right, last thing I want you to do here is just facing the back of the chair. We're going to do a heel raise, toe raise. So just working those lower legs. You can step out about hip width or a little bit wider if you want. The hip width is generally good for most people. You're going to lift the heels and then the toes, getting as much ankle mobility as you can. Again, you can use the chair if you need it. Please feel free to use it if you feel like you're going to lose your balance. I know you've been doing a lot of balance work with Justin this, so everybody should be just doing awesome with the balance thing. Last one. All right, great job. Let's go ahead and do your final stretches. Come back and have a seat, please. Go back down with the camera. Please stop and hydrate if you haven't done that in a little while. All right. Once you've hydrated, go ahead, just sit in the center of the chair. We're going to start with inner thigh stretch. So go ahead and step out wide. Remember, when you lean forward, we're not rounding or hunching the back. We're just going to keep the back flattened out a little bit, leaning forward into your stretch. And then if you want a little bit more inner thigh, you can lightly press on the inside of the legs. You just want that comfortable stretch. Go ahead and rotate to one side, look over your shoulder. And the other side. Good, come back to center. All right, you're gonna extend the legs forward. So if you need to move to the front of your chair, go ahead and do that. We're gonna do both legs at the same time. So same as we did at the start, you're extending forward with the toes up, but this time we're gonna start with a great big reach up and then a forward fold. Again, if you can reach to your toes, great, just go as far as you can. If you can reach your toes, lift them up towards your knees. Bending the knees is fine if you need to. And release out. All right, go ahead and step in. We're going to slide back and let's start with our hip stretch. So the modification, of course, of this one is just crossing the ankles if you feel like you're not comfortable with putting your foot up on your other knee. So you can cross the ankles if you prefer or you need to. Otherwise, sit all the way up. This is our figure 4 stretch. I know that you're familiar with this one. And then just slowly leaning forward. Make sure you're breathing, just kind of relaxing into it. If it's super tight, just do as much as you can. All right, come back up. Now, if you're okay, go ahead and just keep that foot up there for a moment. And you're going to give yourself a little tricep stretch and a pat on the back. And then bring that arm across in front, stretch your shoulder and your back, and just circle that wrist. And circle the other way. All right, let's go ahead and switch to the other side. So starting with that hip stretch again, option to just cross the ankles if you prefer, or if you're okay with bringing the foot all the way up, go ahead. Oh, you can see my dog. That's Tater time. All right, sit all the way up. He always needs to be a part of these things, you know. All right, so leaning forward, hip hinging forward with a flat back. If it's a little tight, you can even release it out and then restart if you need to. I'm a little tight on this side today. I haven't done my stretches yet. Breathe and try to relax into your stretch. And come back up. I have 2 dogs, but this is Tater time. All right. Oh, I forgot to keep my foot up. See, he distracted me. All right, let's do our tricep stretch. And again, just give yourself a pat on the back for doing such a good job today. And then take that arm across, stretch the shoulder, stretch the upper back, and circle your wrist. And circle the other way. All right, go ahead and relax that foot down. And the last couple things here, just rolling those shoulders front to back, always opening through the chest. And then let's do our final stretch. Sit all the way up. Inhale, big reach up. Exhale, open out. Good. Let's do that one more time. Awesome job, everybody. Thank you so much for being here with me today. It's been great doing your workout for you. And thank you, Justin, for having me as your guest instructor.